What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Heel Hookers podcast, episode 160. Let's go. We are back with a fight-filled weekend. I am so excited for all these cards we got. We got one on Thursday. We got boxing on Saturday morning, and we got some UFC. I don't know. I'm just going to assume Saturday night. I don't know what time that started. Yeah, 4 p.m. start time for us, so fairly standard. Let's go.
Yes.
But whole lot of great fights. Can't wait to get into all of this. But before we do, don't forget to like and subscribe. It very much helps us out, so we appreciate everyone that does that.
Yeah.
First things to get into, we'll start with one championship since they're going on Thursday morning. The first one taking place this weekend. 171 from Qatar. I just knock on all the wood in the world right now that this is just a better Qatar card than their first one, and that the results of everything play out better than how the first one played out.
Oh yeah, I do think it should, honestly, but you never know.
Yeah.
Because they decide to bring the same motherfucking fight back, this time headlining the event. Josh Pacio taking on Jared Brooks. They fought on the last Qatar one where Jared Brooks picked him up, slammed him right on his head. Absolutely illegal. He lost his title. Josh Pacio won it by DQ. So yeah, that was fun. Jared ended up grabbing the interim title in the meantime while Pacio was out. And now they go down for the trilogy against each other in the main event of this Qatar card. Feel like just one thing with that too, definitely kind of shows that not having as great of a card overall to come with Qatar compared to the first one.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I completely forgot about that because I remember watching that fight and being pissed off that was a DQ and me railing about how that rule's fucking stupid.
Yeah. I just feel like Jared Brooks is about to get his belt back.
Yeah.
You know, like you said, he lost it in under a minute because of an illegal spike. Joshua Pacquiao, he proceeds to not fight because I think he had an injury. So then they put the interim title on the line. Jared Brooks got it back. He moved up a division just to stay active for whatever reason. Lost the split decision because he was clearly undersized, not as physical, but still looked good in there. So, you know, just like good for him to be staying active.
Exactly.
He already beat Joshua in the unanimous decision. I just feel like he's going to do it again.
Yeah. Definitely. Agree with all that. And it's like, like you said, the two losses, DQ and up a weight class, you know what I mean?
Right.
By split. So it's like just an extremely solid fighter. Did have a run in the UFC way back in the day, 2017, which, you know, didn't go too great for him. Ended up going 2-2 overall, I believe. Got 2 split decision wins. Had a split decision loss to Davison Figueiredo. So, you know, one of those things that's like not a bad loss at all. And just kind of crazy that Davison wasn't able to finish him out of all the guys that he's finished in the division.
Right.
But then ground and pound after botch slam from Jose Torres.
That's a funny description.
Yeah, but just a very solid fighter overall, just on a good run up until just the wackiness in the last couple, having the grappling loss to Mikey Musumeci just kind of thrown in there for an extra loss, you know. But just definitely agree. He probably gets it done in the trilogy.
Yeah. Back in his division, back in his sport.
Exactly.
Knows not to spike someone on their head now.
Yep. Hopefully. That would be pretty fucking hilarious if it ended up going the same way, not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's not.
Maybe one will finally change the rule.
Yeah, maybe. Going on down to the co-main event, though, we got Jonathan Haggerty. He's back defending his title and
defending his kickboxing title for the first time because he lost his Muay Thai belt to Superlek.
Yes.
I was kind of surprised to see him back so soon because it was just in September. Like I know it's been 5 months, so a little bit of time, but just still got knocked the fuck out by Superlek with those elbows. So.
Yeah, just one of those things, obviously, like a lot of kickboxers, Muay Thai fighters just fight very often. And so it's he got knocked out bad, but it's like it was a quick thing. It's not like he took like a beat down over such a long period of time,
That's true.
Probably just feels more comfortable to come back sooner,
That's very true.
Oh, yeah.
The guy is fighting only has one fight in one, but overall just very solid, has a lot of decisions. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, there's a real long winning streak in kickboxing, about 8 fights in a row. Last time he lost in kickboxing was 2018, so just definitely been a while since he's lost. So he's could be a bit of a threat to the title for Jonathan Haggerty. Don't know too much about him, but hopefully we just get a good scrap for sure.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Featured bout, we got the return of Roberto Soldic. I was happy to see that he's on this card. Just always a nice, interesting mix in throwing him on there. Was just such a hyped up fucking MMA prospect years back in KSW. Did very good. Had a loss and a win to Drikas. Earlier lost to Yaroslav Amasov on the regional scene. But then just went on a real solid streak in KSW. Got real hype. Multiple title defenses. Believe he won 2 titles as well. But then came into one. Had a no contest in the first round, and then just gets absolutely starched in the second, and that was a real rough loss.
Yeah.
Just
damn. I didn't even realize it's been almost 2 years since he fought. That was the the card that we went to.
Yep. It really rough. So I kind of didn't realize that it's been 2 years that he fought also. But he's only 30 years old still at this point with the 2-year layoff, getting right into his prime. So I'm just definitely very curious to see how he's able to go in there and to get it done.
The guy he's fighting, his last loss in MMA was to Christian Lee.
Crazy.
But he hasn't been active because that was obviously 2019. He had a win in 2021, a loss in grappling in August of 23, and now he's fighting. So he's been super inactive, but also only 30. So who knows what was going on with that.
Hey, hopefully RoboCops go 1-1 in the past 2 weeks.
That would be very nice to see for sure. But it's just one of those things where it's like, just if you know about Roberto, just be hyped up to see him and just good to be back. But definitely a very solid fighter at 185 pounds.
Hell yeah.
Other than that, we got some other fights on this card. I'm pretty sure. I think it was Bibiano Fernandes. I think that I saw that this is supposed to be his retirement fight.
I wanted to bring that up because I was kind of surprised to even see him on this card, because the last time I heard his name was when he was talking wild shit about one championship and the contracts and everything. So just a little shocked at that. And damn, 44 years old.
Mm-hmm.
It's the guy he's fighting is 37, so it's not like he's some young guy, obviously younger, but
But just fucking Bibiano is absolute legend in fucking one championship. Pretty sure he had 7 title defenses. Like, he went on a fucking tear, was the absolute man for such a long time, way before fucking one just started to kind of blow up in America and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Just an incredible fighter. And it really hope that he's able to win to get it done for his retirement fight. And I wonder if it's even one of those things of like, just kind of like, okay, got to do one more fight to be out of my contract, so I just don't have to worry about this dumb, like shit for whatever I want to do,
No, yeah, for sure.
So this is the quadrilogy for these guys?
Damn, between Bibiano and Kevin?
Yeah. November 9th, 2018, they fought. Then it goes to a DQ March of 2019. And then October 2019 is another loss for Kevin. And then he goes on a 2-fight losing streak, losing to John Lineker, Juan El Kwan. No, 3 fight.
This is their 5th fight.
5th?
Yeah, because he had the win.
Oh, shit.
He had a win, then a loss, and then 2 wins back to back.
Wait.
That's fucking insane.
What is going on? And it's just funny because the loss was the split decision, but he's finished him in all of his wins. Got a fucking first round Kimura, elbows to the back of the head.
So that was so I guess that was a DQ. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't even realize that said DQ. Then he subbed him in the second round.
That's so fucking funny. 2 wins, 1 loss, and then another win with a DQ thrown in there. Heading in, okay, that's fucking awesome. I am easily much more excited for this fight. That 5th fight between these 2 guys. I cannot wait to see how that plays out. Let's fucking go. That's awesome.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, that's great. Other than that, Jake Peacock on this card. The guy got 1 arm as a Muay Thai fighter in one championship.
Oh, shit.
He is fucking incredible.
Yeah, he's pretty fucking solid.
Very good. Just super technical. Has a lot of power. Really puts it on his opponents, and just really able to mix it up. Very solid in there. And then we also got the return, Kade Ruotolo, his third professional MMA fight, taking on Nicolas Vigna. 7-0 in MMA overall for him, making his one debut, I should say. But yeah, so hopefully Kade's just able to go out there, get it done, look real good again in MMA.
Yeah.
Damn, yeah, this guy is 34 years old. He fought from 2014 to 2016. Then he had a fight in 2018, a fight in 24, and here he is in 25.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, he was supposed to fight.
Finish it, though.
He was supposed to fight someone named Jimmy Pace Jr. as well.
Oh yeah,
I guess.
So hopefully just get a good scrap on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully Kade can get that done.
Yep.
Hell yeah. Let's go. Those are the meaningful fights to us. Oh yeah, and Lo mentioned too, Song also on this card. So yeah, definitely always fun to see him back, but I'm pretty sure he's also getting pretty close to retiring as well.
Yeah, 39 years old. I'm good on that.
Let's go. That is all of the stuff from this one card from Qatar. 171. So many ones in their name all the goddamn time. I hate it. You know?
Yeah.
It just be like that. Next up on the list of shit to talk about, it's boxing. So, you know, we ain't gonna be the most in-depth technically, and with all these fighters, don't know, you know, like all that and stuff. But this motherfucking card this weekend from fucking Riyadh is absolutely incredible.
Title
Seven
fight
title
on top of title fight on top of title fight on top of title fight.
Yeah, 7 title fights in total. The one at the top that we all care about the most, 4 titles on the line, undisputed light heavyweight championship. Artur Beterbiev taking on Dimitri Bivol in the rematch. Such goddamn excitement leading into that first one. 2 undefeated fighters fighting for all 4 titles. The older fucking Artur, who's finished everyone in his career, just dominating people out there, taking on Dimitri Bivol, having just that Canelo win to really bump his status, having 3 of the titles going in, just looking like a monster, just didn't know how it was going to play out. And it was a fun fight, and it was so goddamn close, too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, it... I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of times with some of them, it's like don't know exactly the criteria, you know, of just like how the judges are going to score it. But I usually try to keep like a track in my head of like, you know, who's winning the rounds and who's going. That one I had no idea. It was just back and forth all over the place. Beterbiev ends up getting the nod by all 3 judges at the end of it. I'm pretty sure it was unanimous. Right?
Majority decision.
Majority.
That's
Okay, yeah. So the one draw. But yeah. Walks away with all 4 titles, walks away with his O intact, and now we're heading to the rematch. I ain't got a single idea who's gonna fucking have what adjustments to make or, you know, but I am just as excited to watch this fight a second time as the first one.
Oh, yeah.
No, yeah, same. Yeah, the judges' scorecards were 116, 112, 115 to 113 for Beterbiev, and then a 114 and a 114.
Hell yeah.
So, razor thin.
Yeah, just with the draw, and then just each judge giving one more round to Beterbiev than the other. Oh, but yeah, Kate, how you feeling about this one? How excited are you? You think Beterbiev, as the older man, gonna be able to get it done again?
I mean, it's hard because this was the first time I've watched both of them box. I'm obviously don't watch a whole lot of boxing, but it was fun the first time. I think it'll be fun this time around, and I hope Beterbiev can get it done. I was so happy for him to be able to. Especially a 40-year-old man. The 40-year-olds have been getting it done, you know? Andy, Jared, let's go Beterbiev.
Yeah,
they have been getting it done. But give me Bivol.
Huh?
But give me Bivol. Yeah. I'll do it twice in a row. Why not?
I guess 6 years younger at 34 years old. It's like he
is good. He is technically good, and I think he because of the loss, like I feel like he might be able to make more adjustments to tinker his game to be able to win the fight, win over the decision.
Yeah, and I wonder if Artur is going to try and go out there with like, I'm going to make the adjustments to get this guy out of here. You know,
that's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Bro broke his finishing streak.
Yeah. 20 wins before fighting Dimitri Bivol, 20 finishes heading in. that one man to go to the judges' scorecards with him. Yeah, I'm sure he wants that one back for like 100%.
Yeah.
But yeah, absolutely incredible fight in the main event. Super excited to see how that plays out. Then heavyweight title in the co-main event.
Yes.
Daniel Dubois taking on Joseph Parker. We know that the heavyweight title picture has kind of been all over the place with Usyk and Fury just going with their 2 fights with each other. But they had Usyk had to drop the IBF title going into the rematch with Fury. Daniel Dubois was able to pick it up, beating Anthony Joshua. Fighting Joseph Parker, I know that if he gets it done over Parker, he's going to be looking for that fight with Usyk.
Yeah, and the thing with Parker is his last 2 fights have been Zhang, where he got a majority decision, and then before that, beating Deontay Wilder over a decision. Like he's looking to really stamp his like. No, I am here. I want undisputed. I want to fight for this title.
Yeah, 100%. And because I know, with you said like the rematch of if it's like Dubois and Usyk, because that's what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
Because I know in the first one it was Dubois hit Usyk with like a real nice body shot that like it was just so much controversy of like, oh, was it low or not? But like Usyk, called it low and just got like the time and just being like, oh, like what that should have been like clean and he could have finished him, whatever. So I know fucking Dubois definitely has that like in his head of like, nah, I could go out there, put it like some big body shots on this dude and get him out of here. So I know he's definitely looking to secure his title with this one too.
And the thing is, it was real close where it's like, it might have been like, I think like when I watch it, I'm like, this might be technically low by the rules, it being on the belt line. It did not hit the cup at all. At least from the angles that I've seen, it didn't look like it hit the cup at all. So like, it was like, I don't think he should have gotten the time, but definitely more of a warning of, hey, keep him up.
Yeah. It's always hard with the fucking boxing shorts and just like the high fucking waistband and like it rides up, to like the belly button and shit on a lot of fighters. And so it's like, you never know how that actually is placed with, it sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah, just should be a fun one in that, hopefully. Also got Big Bang Zhang on this card too, so hopefully that's just a real fun fight taking on an undefeated fighter, interim WBC World Heavyweight title on the line, so just hoping for a big old knockout on that one from it. Honestly, I don't really even care who gets that done. Big Bang, he seems to have a fun personality, so it'd definitely be cool for him to win, but his boxing, I don't got the most like care for a lot of fighters in their careers yet, you know what I mean? So
not yet.
I'm just looking for some fun.
I'll be honest, when I look at your record and I'm like, your best win is Derek Chisora and you're on you're 25-0, I'm like,
Could be something. Who knows? You
gotta
start something.
But it's like, I feel like once you get to Chisora, you should be having even higher levels of competition. And it might just be me. I just haven't heard of the people he's been fighting. But
yeah, I ain't got no idea about anyone he's fought other than Chisora. But see how that one plays out, heavyweight. And then the last one, that nice little mention, bring up Shakur Stevenson, extremely good fighter, 22-0. I've just heard nothing but high praise about him. 27 years old as well.
The person he's fighting, he's only 22 years old, 18-0.
God damn, Kid Austin.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Definitely, he's got a lot of early finishes, that's for sure. A lot of in the first round, couple in the second, couple of third, fifth round.
March 16th, 2024, against Cejudo. I don't know how to pronounce the name. Persistent fouling by Cejudo. 207 in the fifth round is why it ended.
That's really funny.
It's crazy. But yeah, man. Extreme. I've never get to call a Shakur Stevenson fight live yet, so I'm just very excited to see how he looks. But yeah, just heard nothing but great stuff. Just kind of similar to Floyd in just his style and like being super safe, super smart in there, very technical, hard to get a beat on him. So yeah, see how that plays out. And because know that he's been one of the guys that has been talking to try and get a fight with Tank. So just be interesting to see if he can get that lined up in the future. Let's go. That's it for the boxing talk for this one. let's get into some good old UFC, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
low blows. That's why it ended. Okay.
Nice.
Very nice. But let's go. UFC Fight Night, Cejudo versus Song from Seattle, Washington.
I think the first thing to say about this card is it's really funny how many fights fell apart.
Oh yeah.
My God, it's cursed.
Definitely where we got to start.
Quite a cursed card.
You want to hit us with this list, Kate? You want to fucking read this nice little fucking...
Macy Chiasson is out of her fight against Ketlin Vieira. Edson Barboza is out of his fight against Steve Garcia.
Yep.
Islam Dulatov is out of his fight against Adam Fugget.
Yep.
Oh my God, I was going to do it again. God damn it. Curtis Blades and Rizvan Kuniev, they got rescheduled for, I'm pretty sure, the pay-per-view.
I believe so.
Antonio Tricoli pulled out of his fight with Mansour Abdul Malik, which we're finally at a fight that I guess doesn't really matter too much. Well, I mean, Adam Fugget and Islam didn't, but you know.
Yeah.
Dominic Cruz had to pull out of his retirement fight with Rob Font, and Fugget then withdrew from his fight against Billy Ray Goff.
Yeah, the real because is Billy Ray still on this card or no? That got canceled. Okay, that got canceled entirely. I wasn't sure if they were able to get that, but the classic of you have a fight, someone pulls out, new guy comes in, other guy pulls out, and now it's just an entirely new fight. You know?
Yeah.
Always fun when that happens.
But yeah. Just that one got scrapped in general. 11 fights overall. I guess it's still pretty impressive that they were able to end up with 11 fights with a total of 7 canceled bouts.
Yeah.
And with some fights that actually have some meaning.
Yeah. They were definitely able to keep a good main card together overall for sure. Well, let's get into it. Main event, still the same one that we were originally supposed to have, so that's at least always nice. Henry Cejudo taking on Song Yadong. Former double champion Henry Cejudo, Triple C. Ain't nobody ever going to forget about that as long as he lives. He will not let us.
Yeah. You're not wrong about that.
Taking on Song, who just one of those guys, been around for goddamn ever, 14 fights in the UFC. Which
still only 27 years old.
Exactly. And honestly, I'm kind of surprised that it's only 14 fights. Made his UFC debut in 2017. Kind of thought he made it earlier than that too.
Right.
But yeah, 8 years in the UFC, 14 fights, and you said, still 27 years old. It's absolutely incredible. It's just one of those things where we know that he has clear flaws in his game with Song Yadong. He's a very good striker, but he's kind of just more of a basic striker. Doesn't have too many layers to his game on the feet. Not the greatest at the grappling. He can get some offensive grappling going against lower tier guys, but against the higher level, it's just not up to par. It's just so hard though, because at 27 years old, the situation with Song is that because he's still so young and he is a very good fighter and I do believe in his upside, I feel at any point I wouldn't be surprised if he kind of turns the next page and is just able to hit a new gear, a new level. But I'm also so doubtful that that's ever going to happen with Team Alpha Male.
Yes.
His gym is definitely his biggest issue right now.
I kind of agree with that.
They just don't elevate enough. They don't learn more to fucking push their game. It's just they stay basic, they stay simple, and you can tell the fighters that are from there and just watching their game plan that it's this is just your game plan. It's not tailored to fighters. You're not like I said, doing more to elevate the game that you have. It's just
the last time
the wrestling they have is not what he needs for Henry Cejudo, you know?
No, exactly. And that's the thing, the last time they had something that was elevating their game was Wayne Ludwig, where he really helped to elevate some of their striking, especially with someone like TJ Dillashaw.
Oh yeah.
But
we're talking
so many
a decade ago at this point.
Well, a decade ago, but also so many conflicting stories on why he left, all this stuff. I personally think it potentially could have been Uriah Faber was kind of jealous that he was able to elevate his guys striking so much when he wasn't able to do so. That's just my own theory. I cannot prove that. But it's definitely something where Team Alpha Male, they'll get you to the UFC. But once you're there, that's kind of your ceiling is probably top 10 at best.
Yeah. I feel it's one of those things where it's like it just depends on like because obviously coaches can be what can bring fighters to a certain level, like there's a certain skill as a coach.
Yeah.
But if you get a certain special fighter, it kind of doesn't matter who their coach actually is. They're going to be great no matter what.
Yeah.
And so that's where it's one of those things where it's like they'll give you a very solid basic foundation to like MMA, but unless you can really take that to like excel with your own, like just how you're able to implement that, like someone like Cody Garbrandt was able to back, on his come up. It's like, you're just kind of stuck at like a solid level, but nothing spectacular.
And to be fair with Cody Garbrandt, even then, like he was wrestling all throughout like middle school and high school, and even then, like he was going over to his uncle's boxing gym and boxing up people over there. So it's just like he already had a very high, like he already had a pretty good floor for MMA in terms of like his skill sets.
Yeah. But so it's just not really sure how. It just. Where Song is going to be able to go at the highest point of his career. But like we said, still only 27. And on the flip side, 11 years older, 38 years old for Henry Cejudo.
Yeah.
And it's just so hard because took all of the last of his fucking prime off to come back into two incredibly hard stylistic matchups in Aljamain Sterling in a title fight and then Merab, who's now the current champ. Like, those are both, it just sucks that he's on 2-fight losing streak now. He wasn't able to get the win, 38 years old. But I still don't know where he's actually at in the division. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because literally champ and the current champ. Like champ at the time, current champ. And Merab is just on a different level, it feels like, at this point in his career. So
it's just like, I don't know. I feel like Henry's still kind of going to probably be able to go out there with the wrestling and have enough in him to get it done over Song Yadong. But I also just wouldn't be surprised if it's like you're 38 years old at 135 pounds. Like, what can you really do in the top 10 of the division,
Mm-hmm.
No, exactly. That's kind of what I'm looking at, too. Like, just age. Not so much damage. He hasn't taken a lot of damage over his career. So
not at all. It's more wear and tear from wrestling, if anything.
Yes. Like, if anything, it's his knees that are going to give him out before anything else.
It should be a good fight, though. I'm definitely excited to see how it plays out over 5 rounds. Just like, we got to see Henry in the 5 against Aljo, but now in his 3rd fight on the comeback, let's see how he's able to do in 5 against someone physical like Yadong as well.
Yes.
Do you think potential next fight for the winner, they could find themselves in a Davis and Figueiredo fight?
It's definitely possible.
That is highly possible, and if it's Cejudo, I would kind of like that. I would love to see 2 former flyweight champions at bantamweight fighting each other. Especially stylistically, that is a fun fight.
No, like that fight definitely has way more glamour to it, but I would still love to see Song Yadong versus Davis as well. That would, it's like that's incredibly rough with the grappling and striking from him, but definitely
makes for a fun fight.
Huh?
Yes.
I said makes for a fun fight though.
Hell yeah. Yeah, but would not be surprised if winner ends up around there in the back end of the top 5 getting a fight. Let's go. Very solid main event on this one. As we said before, Dominic Cruz having to pull out of his fight ends up retiring with that. That was supposed to be the co-main against Rob Font. Rob Font still on the card. We'll get to that in the featured bout, but the new co-main event, Brendan Allen taking on Fluffy Hernandez in the rematch. First one was a 5-round main event for the LFA title, I believe, which Fluffy was able to get it done by unanimous decision.
Yes.
And now they're back. I don't even know how many years later. When was that?
This was 2018.
7 years later in the UFC co-main event.
7 years in the making.
Yep. But how you guys feeling about this co-main event heading into it?
It's going to be fun. I will say that. I think this is going to be a fun fight.
Oh, yeah.
I think Fluffy got it.
So do I.
The one thing that I am sad about, they should have made this a 5-round rematch.
Yes, I agree.
And I feel like it, because it's also hard, with the timeline of Dom pulling out and like this getting bumped up to it. I'm sure they both probably wouldn't have wanted a short notice 5-round fight, but with it getting bumped to the co-main, I would have loved if they still did that. It's like, man, it's just at that level, and with their styles of grappling too, you know, I feel like that's where you can just get the most interest.
No, yeah, exactly. I really do think that, and especially like if they had like not booked it on this card specifically, but this could have easily been a Apex main event, 5-round co-main on most cards where they're traveling that aren't pay-per-views, obviously.
Yeah. No, yeah, 100%.
So, but yeah, no, I think Fluffy has this. I think his grit and his toughness is going to be what really pulls it over the edge for him. And he might be able to get a submission over Brendan Allen. Although Brendan Allen, I think, has only lost via submission one time in his career.
Yes,
he has. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. Fluffy's just real. He's always looking for the finish. You know, in his career, he only has 2 decision wins. He is pretty opportunistic with the subs. He only has a couple knockouts, but like when he can get them, he can get them.
Yeah.
I kind of wouldn't be surprised if Brendan tried shooting on something and Fluffy was able to like just wrap something up, you know? It's just funny because with the 2 decisions, obviously one of those is Brendan Allen.
Yeah.
But again, that's going back 7 years. They were just much younger than just all of the things, you know? He's been much more vicious lately with honestly just everything he's been doing with his striking, with his subs, with his grappling, whatever. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets him out of there.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he might win the decision, but I'm just all in on Fluffy with this.
Yeah. I am definitely leaning towards Fluffy, and I'm definitely leaning more towards the decision, I feel like.
No, that's fair.
It's because, like, the reason why that I really would love to see it be 5 rounds is because, especially in the last one, we seen Fluffy put a motherfucking pace on Michel Pereira. You know what I mean?
Oh,
we
yeah.
know that, especially, like, because I don't know what his gas tank and abilities, all you know, like, all those years back were 5 rounds. We know he has it for fucking 5 rounds.
Oh, yeah.
And we've seen Brendan Allen work like a motherfucker, like, go after it, but get exhausted for it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So that's where it's like, if this was 5 rounds, goddamn, it would be so much fun until Brendan Allen got tired and then Fluffy took over and got it. And then I feel like that's where we would probably get a 4th, 5th round finish. I don't know if he's going to be able to put that pace on him in like 2 rounds to exhaust him like that. But I don't fucking know, man. I'm very excited.
That's the thing is, he doesn't even necessarily have to be exhausted. Brendan Allen likes his submissions too. You know, he has got 14 himself.
Yes.
But I just... You know, if he tries to like engage in the grappling, I wouldn't be surprised if Fluffy got the better of it. That's just what I mean. Not that he's going to knock him out, get him out of there like that, but like I wouldn't be surprised if Fluffy could catch a sub on him.
I guess for me, if they're both fresh, I'm not sure. Like that would be insanely impressive if he was able to do that like that. That it could easily happen. He is a fucking amazing fucking BJJ just artist. Oh, man. But yeah, this is such a fun fight at middleweight, man. Making me so happy how much middleweight has been cooking with so many fun fighters, so many good fights, and just great matchups. Whole lot of fun breathing into this division.
Oh, yeah.
But let's go. Moving on down the card. Featured bout. God motherfucking damn it. Rob Font. Oh, yeah. Didn't mention, too, with the other 2 fights, though. Song Yadong. Kate does have him on her draft, so that's 1 fight for her.
And then the next 3, Ginger's got somebody because he had Fluffy, and then in this one he got Rob Font.
Yes. Taking on Jean Matsumoto, 16-0, undefeated fighter in the year of 2025.
Getting put in a short notice fight against an old vet that's doing his thing still. This is just a lose your O this year in the making.
Yeah.
It's like
not even any hate to him because he is a good, solid fighter. Yes. But it's just Rob Font is one of those guys where even though he's 37 years old, he gives people a problem. Yeah. It's like his last couple of losses, Figgy, Corey, Marlon, Chito Vera, Jose Aldo.
Yeah.
But his last fight, he beat Kyler Phillips, a young up-and-coming guy that's been ranked, was on a little streak. Before that, Adrian Yanez, they put another guy coming up, just, you know what I mean? And these were full camps.
Yeah,
it's just like Rob Font is just that guy that he gives people a hard time, and this is real rough for Matsumoto. This will be his 3rd fight in the UFC compared to Rob Font's 19th fight. It's like
no, exactly. I really wish that he had been Matsumoto. I wish he had been able to get the Chris Gutierrez fight done earlier this year, because that would have really told me where he is at. Because Dan Argueta and Brad Katona aren't the greatest wins. They're not bad wins, but they're
solid. Honestly.
But no, they're solid,
like
but like not for top 15. Definitely, like that's
but I
what
think
I'm
that
saying.
Brad Katona into a Chris Gutierrez, that's like that.
No,
solid,
that's what I'm saying.
Step up, but this is a better progression.
No, exactly. Chris Gutierrez would have been like if I'd seen that fight, he wins via a very like wide unanimous decision, just 30-27, basically dominates the fight. I would be a lot more interested in this Rob Font fight than I am right now, is what I'm 100%. Saying with it.
Yeah.
Like they're solid wins. Yeah, they're solid wins, but they're not like you need to be in the top 15. You need to be fighting someone in the top 15, top 10 right now.
No, yeah.
100%. It's like, yeah, like I said, just the fucking jab of Rob Font, man. Like that's just I'm just gonna assume that's gonna give Jean Matsumoto all sorts of problems. I don't know if he's gonna be able to get much grappling going on with Rob or anything. I'm just expecting Rob to run through him, honestly, put a big old jab on him that just starts to shake him, get him panicking, landing big right hands, uppercuts, fucking clinch shots. Like first, second round finish for Jean, for Rob Font against Jean Matsumoto.
Yeah.
Unless Jean is tough as hell, because that is one thing we are going to find out how motherfucking tough this kid is, and that's for damn sure.
We definitely are. And I just realized, are we about to see the birth of a new mythical fighter? Bald Rob Font?
Oh yeah, I forgot he shaved his head.
Rob Font with a shiny?
Just goes out there, first jab, knocks him unconscious.
But damn.
But very rough circumstances for Jean Matsumoto. Yes. And it definitely sucks for Rob of having a real good legend fight, going against Dom Cruz to get this undefeated up-and-comer.
Yeah.
But should just be a solid win on his resume.
And I was so interested in that Dom Cruz fight, just because Dom Cruz's movement, how someone who's like a very like strict 1-2 boxer would have dealt with that.
I knew something seemed off. I just realized that Matsumoto, even that, but Matsumoto's a 35er.
Yeah, so it was Rob Font.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. Because I saw 140 and I was like, oh no, and I just it threw me all the way off. Like, wait, when? Oh, that was for March 8th. That's why it's out of catch weight. Okay.
Yeah. He was a month out.
Made me think that Rob Font was supposed to be at 45, and I had to do all that in my head. I'm like, wait, no, that's not right.
You're good. Yeah, I did just catch that it was a 140 catch weight.
Yeah, which makes sense because Matsumoto wasn't supposed to fight till March 8th. I think it was.
Yeah.
So he still had a good amount of time to get his weight. Get a weight cut for the 135 limit, but not as much time now.
Shorter, 3-inch reach disadvantage for Matsumoto.
Oh, that is 3-inch.
Yeah.
I was about to say, reach at a disadvantage against someone with a jab like Font is not good.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's go, Rob Font. He'll probably get it done in spectacular fashion. This fucking next fight, I am so goddamn excited for.
Yes.
Yeah, but yet again, the third fight that Ginger has on the draft with Jean Silva.
Jean Silva, out of the fighting nerds, an absolute menace. He's going to be a menace to 45 and 55 across the next couple of years. There's no way he doesn't get more lightweight fights. But this dude is so goddamn good, and he's taking on Melsik Baghdasaryan. Very solid fighter, 3-1 in the UFC. It just had a whole lot of hype when he first came in, but a lot of canceled fights, just a lot of inactivity. Made his debut in 2021, just almost 4 years later, and he's only had 4 fights, so it just has not been the greatest. Hasn't fought since July 15th of 2023, so
damn near 2 years.
Yeah, so 3 canceled fights in between there. William Gomis, Haider Emil, Muhammad Naimov, all of those would have been great fights to see.
Yes.
But now he gets an extremely rough fight against Jean Silva.
Yeah.
Canceled fight he had in 2022, Joe Anderson Burrito.
Yeah.
God, that would have been a fun fucking fight.
Yeah. But Melsik is a really good kickboxer. He's got amazing kicks on the back foot. He probably just gets out pressured by Jean Silva, and I would not be surprised if Jean Silva was able to grab a finish.
Yeah.
Jean Silva should be able to grab a finish, and also Jean Silva is able to get submissions as well. And that is the only way that Baghdasaryan has lost so far, is submission. So I wouldn't be shocked if Zhang got like a knockdown, maybe a takedown off of, them getting into a clinch situation, takes him down, whatever. Or he, lands a big right hand, hurts him, wraps something up real quick.
Yeah.
And gets Baghdasaryan out of there. It is entirely possible.
No, yeah, for sure. It should be a good one for as long as it lasts, for sure. But definitely expecting Jean Silva to pull out with the win, for sure.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But yeah, great fight at 145 pounds between those two gentlemen. Last fight on the main card, we got it's a wacky one. Alonzo Menafield, he is back. And he's taking on a UFC newcomer, making his debut, 6-0, Julius Walker. This dude's gonna probably just get absolutely fucked up.
Yeah, I don't know why they keep giving these debuting guys way too big of steps up.
No, yeah.
It's just so unnecessary.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. Like, Alonzo's not the greatest fighter in the world at all, has clear flaws as himself, but it's like top 15. Like, you got 6 fights in your pro career. You should be fighting that level.
I was gonna say that Alonzo has double the amount of UFC fights that this guy has professional fights. Like,
So, unless Menafield does what he did against Carlos Ulberg, he's gonna win this fight.
Yeah, he for sure should be able. If he because 2-fight losing streak, 2 knockout losses in a row. You know what I mean? Carlos Ulberg, Azamat Murzakanov, no shame in that. 2 very solid strikers. Yes. But it's like, now if you're losing, and getting knocked out, especially by a fucking 6-0 UFC newcomer, it's like that's rough, man. You should probably. I don't know how much longer he lasts in the UFC.
I could see that 100%. Like, them just pay on where he is in his contract. If he has 1 more fight, he probably fights 1 more time. But if he has 4 more, they might just cut him. Might release him.
No, yeah, for sure.
Definitely wouldn't be surprised with that.
Yeah, it's not terrible in the UFC at all. 8-5-1 record overall, but yeah, just one of them things. But that's the main card for UFC Seattle. Whole lot of good fights on there. Definitely the 4 at the top. Those are all great fights. But see how all of those play out. On the prelims, definitely got some interesting matchups for sure. Ginger, what are you most excited about coming in for these prelims?
Ion versus Ibo is about to be the most fun, 3.5 minutes we're gonna see on this card. It is gonna be wild. It is gonna be wacky, and someone's going to sleep, and it's probably Kudalaba, but it's gonna be fun while it lasts.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
It's fucking Iwan, man. He's not great. 7-9-1 in the UFC, but I don't know. I always believe in him when I shouldn't, for sure. But it's like, he'll go out there and he'll mix it up with the grappling against some of these guys, you know what I mean? Yeah. He's not the worst fighter overall. He is 31 years old. He's been around for a while, getting some solid experience in, you know what I mean? Even though it's just taken a lot of losses. I don't know, man. I wouldn't be surprised if the Hulk comes out here and gets a win over Ibo, honestly.
No, he might be able to. It's just going to be crazy, like Ginger said, for about 3 minutes until it's over.
Yeah. Yep. I just, unless Ion comes out here and does get a sub, because that's the only way Ibo has lost. And God, I forgot he lost to the Pleasure Man.
He got rear naked choked by him. Of course he's going to get rear naked choked by the Hulk. What the fuck?
Getting rear naked choked by someone named the Pleasure Man is just crazy. That is insane, but
made him feel the pleasure, you know?
Moving on.
Yeah, right? He said some shit like
that. Is what he said.
He did say that.
Hey, come on. It's all fun and games around here, you know, until Izzy humps Costa. You know what I mean?
Jesus Christ.
You got any fights that you're excited for on these prelims?
I think Andre Fili and Melchizedek Acosta is going to be a really fun fight.
Yeah. It should be.
Yeah, I feel like it's probably going to be violent. I think it's going to be good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Acosta is going to be okay. I said that when it was booked.
Yeah. I'm definitely
just getting brutally finished when he gets finished.
Yeah. I'm taking Andre Fili in this one.
Yeah, me too.
I do think Fili, though, like, he is not, like, the most powerful striker, so I feel like this is going to be a decision, but it's going to be pretty clear decision.
Yeah. Wouldn't be surprised, though, if he's able to, like, catch a finish, though, just being the much slicker striker in there, too, you know?
Yeah.
Definitely should be a fun one as the prelim headliner for sure, though. And then, I know for me, the one I'm most interested in, Ricky Simón versus Javid Basharat, easily the one that I'm most excited for. Javid just been high on him for a whole while, 3-1 and 1 no contest in the UFC, has the loss in his last one to Ayman Zahabi, which Ayman just a very solid fighter on the way up.
Yes.
There's no shame in taking a loss there. Very worried about this fight, honestly, for Javid.
Yeah.
Because it's just one of those things where he's just very, like, an all-around very solid fighter, just has good striking, has good grappling.
Yeah.
He goes to the grappling a lot, but he is not a very physical guy at all.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, against Ayman Zahabi, it's like he's shooting in on takedowns where it's like Ayman's just brick walling him, basically, and he's not able to do anything. If that's how you're struggling with Ayman in the grappling, you're probably going to get manhandled by Ricky Simón in there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely a bit worried about that. Hopefully he could just keep it good on the feet, just have a very solid performance over 15 minutes. Definitely do not think he's going to be able to grab a finish over Ricky Simón.
Nah.
But yeah, just hopefully he's able to just show just new wrinkles in his game and look real good out there.
Yeah, just sucks for Ricky. He's on a pretty rough streak himself right now. Lost his last 3 fights: Song Yadong, Mario Batista, Vinicius Oliveira.
Yeah.
So if he loses this, puts him on a 4-fight skid. Just sad, you know.
Oh yeah.
Makes him 8-6 in the UFC. You go back to this fucking 8-2, you know. Like just one of those things should happen so quick.
I know. There's 5-fight win
100%.
streak before. Potential 4-fight losing streak. It's like you said, just happens so goddamn quick. It's crazy, man.
I forget how much of a volume. How much volume he does do when he does shoot takedowns, because the last 3 were like 8 takedowns, 9, 11. And some of those were, like, the last 2 were 3-round fights.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, very hard fight for Javid Basharat, but if he's able to get it done, that is definitely very good for his development and just where he's improving to. But yeah, we'll see if Ricky's able to get back on the winning track, though. And other than that, Nursultan on the card, Modestas Kalkas on the card, just got some solid fights overall. But let's go. Those are all of the fights we are excited about on the prelims, on the card overall, and those are the last fights to talk about for this weekend. I hope everyone enjoyed this one. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will catch you on a review, hopefully with a whole bunch of some banger fights, because we got a lot of fights between all 3 cards. So let's go.
Hell yeah.
Peace out, everyone.